Hello everyone. So welcome once again to another video in the series of electrical drawing understanding. So far I have made so many videos in this series, starting from the basics of how to read a circuit diagram, where we can get the information about a circuit, then the different starter circuit, different. Then I have made the engine room crane diagram. I have made the air compressor diagram. Now in this video we are going to see fire line electrical circuit diagram. Whenever there is a fire on board system, there is a fire pump to fight the fire. Okay, it's a simple diagram. Just it's a motor. It is a star delta starter motors. Okay, but there are a lot of things happening in this because a fire mainline motor, it is a big motor, and there are so many safety things which are incorporated in the circuit diagram. So in this video we are going to see that. After watching all my videos on this electrical circuit drawing reading, I am sure that you guys will be able to read this diagram on your own, because all these basics things I have already explained in my diagrams. Like this is a star delta starter. Say this is a star delta starter. This is a relay for the starting of the star to delta. This is a transformer. You go to different next page. This is remote start stop. This is lamp indication. Okay, now here we see these are the different as I told you, fire line, it is having different safety. So many things are incorporated, so different relays for all those things we'll be seeing in the diagram. Again, this is the DPU remote control. So these things are there. So it is a simple diagram. I am sure those who have watched my earlier all videos will be sure able to understand this diagram. But before watching my this video, I want you guys to just go through diagram yourself and try to understand or try to comprehend how this diagram is working, how the motor is starting, and what all things is happening. This is the first page. Okay, this is the second page. You guys can take screenshot and try to read the diagram yourself. This is the third page, and this is the fourth page. Okay, so it is a 4 page diagram. But if you are stuck somewhere, I am there to help you guys in this video, in this video. Okay, so let us start this video. Okay, so as you can see, this is our main motor. Okay, three-phase supply. Here our control starts from here, control circuit. This is the power circuit. Okay, now as you can see, this motor is started by star delta starter. So we can see number 6 is a star contact, number 42 it is a delta, and 88 is our main contact. So three contacts, this three relay, number 6, number 88, and number 42. Okay, so now all this line to be energized, we have one open circuit here, 4AX. We need to find 4AX relay. If this relay is energized, our circuit motor will run. Okay, so now we have to go to the next page. Okay, we can see where the 4AX relay is placed. Okay, see 11 6D, this is the location of this relay. So 11 is page number 11. We are in the page number 9 now. Okay, so we go to page number 11. So 11 6D, 6 is here, 6, and D is here. So 6D, we have 4AX relay here. Another way how I start reading diagram, I just go to the local control. Okay, local push button, I will press this. Before that, I will put the selector switch to the local control. Okay, this is the selector switch 43R. Okay, so once I press the start button, our circuit, our relay 4 will get energized. Okay, now for relay 4, it has 5 contacts getting activated. So we have 2 contacts in page number 11. See, we are in page number 11 here. Okay, so 2 contacts on page number 11. One is here, this part. Okay, and another one is relay 4 we have here. So this is the latching contact. Okay, once I leave this green button, our circuit will be latched through this. Okay, so now this relay 4, it got close here, our circuit here. We have 2 open contacts, 4Z and 4Y. Okay, let's see where is 4Z and 4Y. Before that, we will go to another contact in the page number 12, 3C. What this relay 4 is activating another contact. Okay, this is a very interesting, very important contacts actually. Okay, so we have 4 here. See, This is a 4 we got from page number 11. This relay, it is sending a power request to the MSB main switchboard. Okay, we have a power management system, PMS system, onboard system, which manages all the power. Okay, so as I told earlier, fire system, fire motor, it is a very big motor, and if it starts without informing the main switchboard, it will draw huge current. And if only one generator is running, suppose generator size is 1000 kVA, and motor is already running our suppose 700 or 800 kilowatt, it is drawing. If I suddenly start a big motor, fire motor, then this system, it is having this generator is supplying only 1000, already 800 is used. I'm starting a big motor, suppose it has a this fire motor, it has a rating of suppose 700. So suddenly demand is 1500 kilowatt, but our generator is supplying only 1000. So in that case we will have a situation of blackout or the preferential trip. That is why the big motors, it will not start without asking permission from the main switchboard or the power management system. So it will send a request to the power management system here through relay 4, and if power sufficient power is available, or if it will see how many generators running. If only one generator is running, it will start another generator automatically, that large load is required. If already two generators running, it will send a signal that okay, yes, power is available. Okay, so power available, see, I just drawn here power available, this line, it will get close. You will get a signal from the main switchboard that power is available, and then this will energize relay 4y. Okay, and once this 4y relay is energized, I will just redraw this relay 4y is energized. Here our relay 4z will energize, and 4z will latch our 4y. Okay, now 4z, this will close this line. See, 4z. Now we our motor is going to start from here. Okay, we have supply coming to all this line. Now this is, see, relay 2, this is a timer relay. Okay, before that supply reaches this is a valve. Okay, solenoid valve, this is a air ejector solenoid valve. See, before starting any pump, whatever air is there in the line, that is ejected by this air ejector valve. If the water is coming, to maintain good pressure or the smooth pressure build up in the line, we first eject the air. If the air pockets are trapped inside this, it will not be making good pressure. Okay, so first, for the first 30 seconds, air will be ejected from this line, so our valve will be open. uh, by the time our timer relay will start counting for maybe 10 seconds or 30 seconds, how much time we want the air ejector to be open. Okay, now if timer is activated, after some time our this line gets closed, and now our relay 4ax got energized. Okay, once this 4ax is energized, this will close here, and our meter, it will start counting the running hours of the motor. Okay, so this is how this is what is happening for the starting of the main big motors. Now you will see another thing. Here we have a pressure switch in this line. Okay, this is a pressure switch. So once the water has filled up in the line, and this pressure switch will detect that there is a water pressure in the line, this will open here. Okay, once this is open, our air ejector, this valve, this will also open, and our valve will close, and now water will start flowing in the main fire line. Another thing we have here, see, this is also a switch. This is a selector switch. Now suppose we have power available line here. Once this we get a green signal from the PMS, we can bypass this switch here. Okay, we don't want to take permission from the main switchboard or the power management system about this. If we bypass this switch, this will get closed here. Okay, our 4y relay will be energized all the time. It does not need permission from here. Okay, so after 30 seconds of the pressing of this start button, our timer relay 2, this will activate, and this will open this line. Okay, but our circuit will be on through this line. Okay, we have a bypass line here, so our motor will keep running. And if you go, let's go to 4AX relay which got energized here. 4AX, okay. I showed you earlier starting this diagram. See 4AX. Now this line 4AX, it is closed now. Okay. Now supply is reaching to our main star delta starter circuit. Okay. Now let's see. First of all, this line we have a timer 19. It is activated. Once 19 activates, this will close here. So once the relay 6 is energized, it will close here. The 6 contact we have here. Once 6 is closed, it will energize 88 and 88X. Okay. So let us first close all the contacts of 6 and 88. 6 is here. This line is closed and 88 is closed. Okay. Now our motor is running. Supply reaching here and this line. Okay, motor is running. We already have supply coming to this line here. So motor is running on now star configuration. 88 also closes this line here. 88, this line is also here. Now once 6 is energized, we have a NC contact here. This line will open. Now this 19 timer, it is counting time, 10 seconds or 15 seconds whenever the motor has gained its speed. Once that time reaches, what it will do is that it will open this 19 contact and another 19 contact we have here. Okay, actually this will open and close this line. I mistakenly told that this 19 will be closed in the initially also, because I see 19, it is a GTNYDR1. This is a special type of timer relay specially made for star delta contacts only. Okay, so in the first 15 or 20 seconds, whenever whatever the time setting, it will close only 4 and 5 number of this contact and it will keep this line open. Okay, once that time period has passed, it will then only it will close 6 and 8. Okay, and then this will open here. Okay, now this will close here and 42 will get energized. Before that, this number 6, it was also open here because this 6 got energized here, this got open. Now once this 6 got de-energized, this will close and 42 will start instantly. So we'll see here for this 6, this got open and now our 42 it got closed. So now motor is running from here. Now we have this line. This is a space heater line. Okay, so all these contacts you can see in this line. I will just so once again, this is number 4, 88, 42. So number 4 is our auxiliary relay initially, 88 is main conductor, 42 is delta. So whenever these two are running, this will open here. We have multiple contacts to ensure that space heater is not running when the motor is running. Okay, so when all this relay is closed, this will be open, and once the motor stops, all this is NC. It will close here. 4 will close, 88 will close, 42 will close, and ADHM. We have ADHM here. This is the heater controller. Okay, so this will give on, and our 88SH this will get on. We have 88SH contact here in this line. Okay, see. So now motor will get supply from here. Once 88SH space heater is running, motor is not running. Okay, then let's go to another part. This is already you guys are aware. This is the lamp indication. No need to explain. You guys are smart enough. This is the remote start and stop of the circuit. This motor. See, the fire main line, fire motor, it has to be started from multiple locations. Like when there is a fire, we can start it locally. The bridge team can start the fire. We can start the fire from the fire control station. We can also start the fire motor from the engine room. So we have multiple start stop switch. See, this is the FCS, fire control station. This is BCC, bridge control console. This is main engine room. Okay, and this is the DPU start stop. So in all the cases, when we press start, this is start, either this one or this one or this one. This all three line will give a same signal. From here, it will go to next page, V3. Okay, we have here signal coming from here, this line here. And whenever we want to stop the motor, we have 3 stop circuit here. Once we press any of this, our circuit
our relay 5 will get energized. This relay 5, and what it will do, we have a we have a NC contact here. This 5 it will open here, and relay will this relay 4 will get de-energized and everything will be off.
And in the last page, we have the DPU controls connections. See, this is the start, stop, run signal, remote on off, abnormal, auto start, pressure switch. This is the remote selector switch contacts. This is DPU terminals, which terminal for the start, stop, run, okay, all these things. This is 88X close, run signal goes to the ECR, run signal goes to bridge control console, differences. So this is all for this diagram, main fire line control system.